What is going on to you, Sagittarius? So you have the Queen of Gabriel, the Ten of Gabriel, and then you, Sagittarius, also have the Three of Ariel, right? This is New York, son. Anyway, for you, for you, Sagittarius, this is a situation for you where okay, interesting. So there's a lot of stuff happening for you, Sagittarius. The Queen of Gabriel, the Ten of Gabriel, and the Three of Ariel represents how a lot of you, Sagittarius, have a plan for your lives as to how it is that you want certain things to actually be. The only problem with that, though, is how much difficulties you, Sagittarius, may have had to experience that. Yes, I know this is New York. I'm in the hood. Anyway, so this is a situation for that where you have to not, you have to really just proceed through the nonsense that you, Sagittarius, are going through. Because the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands, the Ten of Gabriel, excuse me, the Queen of Gabriel, which is the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Gabriel, which is the Ten of Wands, speaks to how you have to learn to not give up, even though you're going through some stuff. Do not give up as to what's actually happening with you. Because if you give up, what's going to happen is, hold on a second. At least it mutes it a little bit. But anyway, so if you give up, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself in a situation where if you give up, you're not actually going to get to anywhere it is that you, Sagittarius, want to get to. Because I'm seeing, right, the Three of Pentacles. Right now, what it is that you, Sagittarius, need, you're going to need good friends. You're going to need, people who legitimately care about you, to be there right next to you, to give you some good counsel. Because I'm seeing how you, Sagittarius, are just focused on whatever it is that you're focused on. You're focused on making yourself more successful. Here's the problem, though. You got all these different distractions and all these different things popping up in your way. And the situation for you is that you you Sagittarius just want to make sure that you don't lose your mind from overloading yourself, right? Sagittarius, your mind is all over the place. You know what I mean? Your mind is all over the place. Your mind's here, there, all over the place. So again, you have to really sometimes pace yourself, okay? Because if you don't, you will essentially burn your candles out at both ends, meaning you will run yourself into exhaustion over and over and over again. And that's not something that you really want to do. You just want to make sure that, you're putting in enough effort while while getting to where it is that you want to go. And then the page of Ariel, and then you have the Six of Ariel right here. So this is not something that you, Sagittarius, are accustomed to, a lot of you, where you're accustomed to having a lot of people or resources, people that you can actually trust that will give you good counsel, right? Advice that you can trust. You're not accustomed to that. A lot of you, Sagittarius, may be accustomed to dysfunctional people, people telling you some nonsense of what certain situations is where they're actually not supposed to be. And I'm just here to tell you, Sagittarius, that don't worry about it. Don't worry about that, because you're in a different paradigm now, meaning that you, Sagittarius, have people around you that you can trust. So you have to learn to be more of a team player. And what I mean when I say more of a team player, I'm talking about it from a perspective of learn to actually know how to socialize with other people without automatically thinking that they are going to waste your time or play games with you, or play games or waste your time and stuff like this. Because what's going to happen is that if you think that, because what's going to happen is that what's going to happen is that you can end up wasting your time and all of that, thinking that, you can't trust these people, especially when you can. And see, that's where things end up getting out of place, because you will think to yourself that, hey, um, you'll think to yourself that, hey, you'll have all this type of stuff going on, but then when you can count on people who you can count on, you won't use the resource. But then when you don't have the resource, now it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had somebody. So what I'm just trying to say to you, Sagittarius, is use the resource. If you have people around you, and then you have the 6 of Raphael and the 7 of Michael. So exes coming back, like it is, I said before, people whom, some sort of romantic interest in you. Maybe you may have a romantic interest in them. Maybe it's mutual, right? The two of you may have dated. The two of you may not have necessarily dated. And they're coming back. The 7 of Michael represents, though, you're going to have to essentially, if you know you're not interested in them coming back, you will have to put your foot down. You will have to let it be known that you don't want them around. But also be prepared if anything pops off. Because a lot of people don't really know how to take no for an answer. Slowly but surely that's changing, where a lot more people are starting to understand no for an answer. But unfortunately, there's still a lot of people who do not understand no for an answer. So what I'm saying to that is, you have the 9 of Ariel. And the 9 of Ariel right here speaks to how, it is worrisome. I'm seeing that a lot of you Sagittarius have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, because a lot of you Sagittarius feel like you've got so many different things going on. Like I said, to go back to the very beginning of the reading, the Queen of Gabriel, the 10 of Gabriel, you have so much responsibilities on your hands, and you can get through it. But I need you Sagittarius to understand that you're not going to be able to get through every single last one of it by yourself. Even the most sigma of sigmas still have to align with a team or with other people from time to time. I'm not saying all the time, but from time to time. And you Sagittarius are no different. You're going to need people around you, maybe not necessarily for every minute of the day, but you're going to need people around you to where, those thoughts inside of your head become a little bit too much. You actually have an outlet to listen to what it is that you have an outlet to have them listen to what you're saying, and then you listen to what they say if they have counsel. Don't ever hang around people who they never have any answers. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever do that. Another piece of game for you Sagittarius, don't ever hang around people who never have the answers. Now, granted, right? Let me be fair about this. No one particular person has every single last answer that ever was, right? To questions that ever was. But if the person just constantly never knows anything, that's one of the ways on how you got to get away from somebody, because they're showing you factually that they are useless. So they're showing you that if times get rough, they will never have an answer ever. So factually, they're useless. And see, then you have the change your life, and then you have the 2 of Raphael. So the change your life and the 2 of Raphael speaks to how a lot of you Sagittarius, though. So there's a sense of like this person letting you know that they're still interested, right? Part of the reason why they came back. But then at the same time, it's like, watch out, because this person will try to like hang out with you on a romantic sense, or push up on you, or try to like, not push up on you per se in a wild way, but more so like it will surprise you Sagittarius of how they are, what they're doing, how they're being more straightforward about them being into you. And it'll be up to you Sagittarius to make a decision one way or the other. You Sagittarius, because overall what it is I'm seeing here for you is I'm seeing how you Sagittarius have a lot of responsibilities, and then to add on to this responsibility, you also have someone who is romantically interested in you. So it's like another thing to worry about. And like it is, I said before, the page of Ariel, the six of Ariel, what it is that you Sagittarius need, the three of Ariel, what it is that you Sagittarius need is that you need people around you who, first and foremost, how you pick friends, first and foremost, you need friends. You need to be able to identify what friends look like. If they have their own thing, they're not hanging around you to get something from you other than friendship, right? So you can see if a person is into you, or into you romantically even, or into you on a friendship level, right? If like they're constantly asking you for stuff, if they're pitiful, right? And what I mean when I say pitiful, I mean they don't know how to do anything on their own. They're constantly looking at you because they're referring to you. Those aren't friends. Those are parasites. Those are individuals who are linking up with you because they know that they're weak. And you just so happen to be one of the type of people who are not trying to run game on them. So they're like, okay, they might as well kind of shack up or link up with you than to actually be out there with the people that will treat them like trash. But they actually don't bring a whole lot of value like that. And this is part of what happens to you, Sagittarius, in a relationship. Why sometimes relationships don't be working out is because a lot of people try to play it like, oh, you not doing anything, you not winning until you have me in your life. And it's like they don't humble themselves down enough to ever really understand that the person was doing very good with or without you. There was a point, it's not you, but I mean, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you, Sagittarius, were doing good without them. But they have the mentality of, well, I don't care what it is that you've accomplished. You're not doing as great as you should without me or whatever. But then when you actually pay attention to what the person does bring into your life, they don't really bring anything that you really want into your life. Like, you'll have people on the internet who will sit up there and talk about everything that they're literally not going to do for their significant other. And then they expect a person who has self-respect, mind you, to put up with it. So going to that extreme, they ruin their love life behind this, trying to go for a viral moment or whatever it is that they did. And why that's important for you, Sagittarius, is because I'm showing you how to pick an ally or a friend, a person that has their own stuff, a person that isn't looking to like get in your lane and take anything from you like that. A person who has their own experiences. A lot of the times, right? And I used to do this even myself when I was younger. You got to understand that a lot of people talk too much. A lot of people get up online, face to face, text, wherever it is that they do, and then they talk like they really know something. But these are people who are the most inexperienced people, where they're not really built for that type of mentality and that type of lifestyle in the first place. They never really been through anything like that. And if they do, they this way. They're more so about like convenience and like luxury and trying to, they spending their time on luxury, but like they don't really know what purpose actually looks like when a person is on it. You understand what I'm saying? So what you need is a person where it's like iron sharpens iron. And what I mean by that is you can actually interact with them. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the two of Raphael. Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Moon, the Emperor, and then you have the Two of Swords. So you don't necessarily want to be harsh, right? The Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, Moon card, you don't want to be harsh with them, but at the same time, you, Sagittarius, understand that you don't want them in your life, though. You just wish that they wouldn't be so hard-headed to where you had to get at them like this, because you, Sagittarius, have other responsibilities that you got to deal with at play here. Family, money, your health, right? your spirituality or religion, all of that, trying to make sure that you keep that relationship going with the Most High, stuff like this. So those things are occupying your time. And the situation with you, the situation with that is a lot of you Sagittarius got to understand to not get, you know, well, they have to understand, don't take it so personally. But the Two of Swords, though, is they're going to kind of take it personally because they're really heartbroken of the fact that you Sagittarius are not really planning on doing anything with them. But they have to live with that. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. You Sagittarius got to get around some better friends. You Sagittarius got to get around some people where, you know, it's they've got their own stuff in their own right and they have purpose too. Because that's how it is. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. We're coming up on 18,300 already. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.